All right, good Monday morning. Welcome to another edition of Morning Coffee Live. Starting a little bit early today. Got the cat scratching at the door all of a sudden. Come on now. But anywho, yeah, figured I was ready. The technology was thumping and bumping. It's going to be a beautiful day. It's a little windy out. Yeah, had a wonderful weekend. This last Saturday was our first float trip with the St. Cloud Flying Anglers Club. Um, Floated down the Mississippi along the Beaver Islands, and I wish I could say I caught a lot of fish. The river level is almost completely bottomed out. We've got different channels going around some of the different islands, and some of those channels are completely bone dry. I mean, you're walking around and it should be riverbed, but well, it is riverbed, um, but there's nothing there, no water. Um, so the fish, I don't know what they were up to Saturday. Water's come up a little bit. We did get a little bit of rain, thankfully, but it's going to be interesting to see where the river levels continue to be at throughout this super dry summer. Um, One bass, one smallmouth, and got cut off by a few pike. Pike, they love my flies. I'm not fishing a wire leader or toothy critter proof leader, tippet, whatever. I am running. Saturday I was using a 0x. I think it was like a 12, 14 pound um, fluorocarbon, Cortland's top secret fluoro, and that's some good stuff. It's pretty. It's great for as a 0x. It's a great stiff tippet material to throw in there to help turn over poppers and such. But yeah, good morning, Dewey. Good afternoon. Good evening. How are we doing today? Welcome to another Monday morning. Yeah, so I'm kind of running a little bit off of what we did last week, or at least what we wanted to start off with last week, um, with the turkey. I pulled some more turkey out and, oops, bumping my table. Uh, I was flipping through my book here. This is um, it's called The Book, Tenkara, The Book, by Daniel Galahadro. Um, and about midway through, they have some pictures of some different patterns. And I came across one that kind of intrigued me. Um, the Akara Kabari. Um, it's a little streamer, and that's what we're inspired by this morning, number two. Um, yeah, and that's what I love about books is I can flip through a book or a magazine, and it's not necessarily so much about replicating that exact pattern. Let it just serve as an inspiration, um, and just let it go from there. See where it takes you. I mean, definitely follow the spirit of that pattern if that's what you're after. But otherwise, just send it, I guess. Got a nice, freshly ground, warm, dark roast. Cup number two already this morning. Sometimes by the time we get to the 9 o'clock hour, I've been up for 3, 4 hours already. Um, but nobody cares what time you got up. So, all right, well, we've hit the 9 o'clock hour. We've got three of us tuned in. We're all here because we're not all there. I'll tell you that for free. Let's go ahead and tie some flies. What do you say? Switch that camera over. We'll do the hokey pokey. We'll turn ourselves around. Because allegedly that's what it's all about. Alright, where did the hooks go that I was going to use this morning? Going with a bigger hook again. Let's get some light on the action here. Bink. Size 10. Size 10 nymph hook. 1x long, 2x strong. We like our barbless hooks. It makes fishing so much easier. I really can't imagine how much time gets wasted trying to get the hook back, get your fly back um, with a barbed hook. It just seems like a lot of extra work. So we got our size 10 nymph hook in there. Let's go, and it's a big old streamer. So I'm probably going to throw this probably with the Hellbender, probably chase some bass with it. I'm going to use a black 10-aught. I'm going to give myself a little bit of extra tail. I'm going to start my thread. I'm going to give myself a loop. And we'll just tie that in. We'll work that all the way to the rear. So I got a loop in here. Kind of like a dubbing loop, but it's not. We'll take that all the way to the rear. I suppose we could trim this little tag in now. Get that out of the way. And just to keep this from flopping around, whether you use a dubbing loop tool or, you could even hang your whip finish tool off of there, but just get a little bit of weight on there to keep it all together and out of the way. I have this is some pretty cool stuff. This is from Hook and Hackle. Some Ozark Turkey Hopper Green. Look at this. So, I don't know who, or even if it was a fun job or not, but somebody went through this dyed feather and went through and just plopped a whole bunch of yellow spots on it. So we'll give this a try. I'm just going to cut off a small little bit and slide that all together. So it almost looks like a little blade of grass. We're going to tie it in top side down by the tip. And we'll just tie that in, working our thread forward. We'll just trim off that excess. So what I'm going to use my thread in the rear is just going to be a basic ribbing. All right, let's see if we can't bring this forward now. Let's do one wrap. Behind. And I'm trying to get this to lay down so we got those little yellow dots exposed. And I'm just going to take touching wraps, working my way forward. Slightly overlapping. And this is going to be it for the body. like that texture. I like that color. I like that. I'll zoom in a little bit. Oh, I gotta spin around this way. I forgot I had to shorten my cable because last Thursday we went on a little camping adventure and I use a USB powered fan in the back of the truck to help exhaust the warm air out. And I had to borrow that from here. Alright, we're zoomed in a little bit. So that gave us a cool little kind of a greenish texture. Alright, let's go ahead and wind up this thread a little bit. Rope it up because this is a 10-aught and I'm using this for a ribbing. I'm actually going to get a little bit more strength out of it. I'm just rolling this on my finger, spinning it clockwise, and let's do our ribbon. Let's do a turn back there, and then just take nice tight wraps. So this is going to give us a little bit more strength than just the thread alone, because that's how we make rope, is to twist it if it's not a braided line. Behold the power of the twist. Chubby Checker must have had it right the whole time. Let's do the twist. Pretty easy, pretty basic. We're going to add a little bit of peacock curl. Doesn't need to be a big strand. This is kind of the smaller little junk pieces. I'm just going to do a little collar. And grab those together. Then we'll give those a little twist. Oh, we lost one. It's alright. Boy, I need to lay off the coffee, I think. We'll try that again. We're getting down to the smaller bits of this peacock, and it's getting a little brittle. Maybe we'll tie a little bit further away from the tips, because we only need a couple of turns. Carefully give it a little bit of a twist. This is kind of, normally with our Tenkara Kabari flies, we start with the feather up front, but we're doing it kind of more of a traditional, non-traditional Western way. Alright, this is going to be my wing up top. I'll just go ahead and get rid of all the fluff and fuzz, just to get it out of the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the tip here, and about the length of the wing, I'm going to just trim that off. That gives us a nice little clean little bump. Just a little bit shorter. I like that. Let's get our sharp scissors for this one. Alright, we'll just finish with a nice little clean head up front. I like adding that little peacock herl collar in there. Helps this feather wing kind of pop up. Alright, let's add a little bit of head cement up front just to make it look clean. We'll throw some bone dry on there. Just a little dab will do us. So we'll do the old bodkin routine. One little drop on the tip of the bodkin. Set it and forget it. Alright, what do you think? I think that should fish. I think the fish will like it. Let's see, I should have a little, if I don't bash my elbow. There we are. Boy, there's not much left to the cork. It's been stuck so many times up front. So many little holes. So there we go. It's just the thread for the ribbing. Let's tie a few more of those. I like that. Maybe we'll take the body just a little bit further back on the next one. Let's do that. We're not using a particular, like it's not a 2 or a 3x long shank. It's just a 2x or 1x long. 1x long, 2x strong. Holla at your boy. Alright, let's try this again. Nice long tag end. I guess we could get our thread started. I need a little bit more thread. A little bit longer. Sorry for the squeaks. It's just the way it is. Squeaky bobbin day. Alright, we'll fold that forward, make our loop. And then we'll carry that all the way to the rear. We're going to go all the way back this time. We've stopped just a little short. Right to the bend. Alright, I'm going to use my hook to help hold that out of the way. And I suppose we could trim off this tag end again. I think that works. Alright. I think we're cooking with something here. Yeah, I'm surprised. Steve hasn't joined us yet this morning. Maybe he's out fishing. Alright, let's get our body. Again, this is just kind of a modeled Ozark turkey feather, as they say. We'll just chop off a little bit, and then you just slide it right off. Looks pretty interesting. It almost looks and feels like a blade of grass. But we'll tie that in upside down. So the finish side, what we want to be on the outside, is facing down. So once we flip it to wrap it forward, should be good to go. Alright, I want to do one wrap behind. Be oh so careful around the tip of that hook. So I'm using my left hand, my back hand, to just kind of help hold and roll this material, because I don't want to necessarily slide it in my fingertips too much. I think that'll strip that yellow off. We're already starting to get a little sideways with the feathers, but that's alright. We're kind of going for that kind of grassy feel, I guess. Alright, let's roll this. I'm spinning this counterclockwise, kind of above and beyond. You can just let it roll right off your fingertips too. Alright, we're going to do a counter wrap. One full wrap at the rear, and then we'll space this out nice and even. That looks good. Nice big loop makes it easy to work with. I mean, I could probably have saved some thread if I used half as much, but that works too. That earns a sip of coffee. All right. Peacock. Let's do some peacock. I just need a few strands. Just a few little bits. Let's go 1, 2. This will make 3. I like to work my way back, start forward and work my way back a little bit, just kind of locking that in, because I want to leave myself plenty of room up front for the wing and the head. Alright, give this a little twist. Nice easy twist. Let it kind of rope up, bump up, get all fuzzy looking. That's what we like. Nice fuzzy looking collar. I like that. Alright, we'll just strip some of this fuzz just to get it out of the way. Not necessary, but I like to get it out of the way. And we'll find the tip of this. Looks like it's already been cut or broken. And we're just going to trim a little bit of that middle part out. You want to trim about the length of the wing. That way you end up with just the the center of the stem holds it, but we're going to tie this in up there. That way we just get feather without the quill or the stem. Shorten you up just a little bit. Alright, we'll finish with a nice little clean little head. I like these. I like these clean little, simple, easy to tie flies. Nothing's worse than a super complex, overcomplicated fly. I mean, it might be pretty, yes, but I'm more of a function kind of guy. I like my flies to just work. Because if you look at some of those fancy European classic salmon flies, they're just, there's so much to them. That's why you got people breaking into natural history museums and stealing exotic bird pelts. Yeah, a little wonky wing, but I think that works out all right. Just add water, as they say. We did all right. Two little friendly flies hanging out. So this first one, looking at the body, I think I did a better job at keeping the top side out. And then on this one, if we look a little bit closer, you can see the quill's got a little sideways, and it looks more like a little quill body. But I think that'll fish for sure. I know I like it. What do you think? What do you think there, Dewey? Let's do another one. Let's do one more, and then I got some different colored turkey we could use. So we'll do 3 like this. Actually, no, I already have a third like this. Let's do a different colored turkey tail. Let's go with this kind of rust color, they call it manganese brown. But any old turkey tail, I suppose, would work for this application. I mean, I think it's all right. So yeah, we'll switch it up. We'll do a nice brown body. Let's stick with our same hook, same operation. All right. So once again, these are some Fly Life barbless size 10s. that's what we're using. Oh, and I'm going to see if we can't remedy our squeak. Sometimes you just got to take it apart, and I add just a little bit of, I wipe the side, not in, but the side of my nose. Usually the side of your nose has a little bit of oil on it. And just get a little bit of that on your fingertip and throw it on to the brass. And that usually quiets things up. Could have went just a little bit longer with my loop here, but that's all right. We can still get it out of the way. Get rid of that. And we'll get our turkey tail. Same as before, we'll just cut off a little sliver. And then this is the bottom. The top is, want the top side down. Let's tie this in by the tip. I think that was kind of our problem with the last one too, is we got a little bit into the meat and potatoes on the back side. Alright, let's wrap this forward. Let's do one wrap. Behind that. Then we'll just take touching wraps. I figured I saw those little fuzzy tips Pikachuing out. I figured we might be able to just work our way through that. I like that little kind of a rusty brown. With red, white, and green, heck yeah. Your imagination is your only limitation. You know, they say it's the in the hierarchy of what the fish care about. It's kind of shape of presentation, shape, size, color. So, you know, it's but I think it's more than just the color alone. It's how the colors that you're using of the materials. I think it's also how it interacts with the environment, both the water and through natural sunlight. I think that definitely has a lot to play with that, affect it. I don't know. I got 4 here. Let's take one out. 4 is just too many. 3 strands. 3 strands of peacock. That's all we need. 1, 2, 3. Break those tips right off. We'll give this a spin. Make our collar, and all will be well. Give that a loose, loosey-goosey spin. And I'm spinning these clockwise. And just that as itself, I think, is a pretty neat little bug. Just as that, you know, that would be a nice little crownamid. You know what? Let's try that on our next one. We can take a little puff up front. Maybe, I don't know. All right. Clean off the bottom just because. And let's find the middle here. We're going to just trim off a little bit of that center section. And that leaves us with just the tips. Ooh la la, I like this one. Clean up the head, lay a quick whip finish. Boy, I like that. I think that turned out a-okay. Let's add a little dab of head cement. We'll do some Solarez Bone Dry. Just a little dab. Just a little dab. A little dab will do ya. We'll set it and forget it. Alright. I like that. So red, white, and green, you say. Let's see what we can do. I think I might have some red turkey tail. We'll do the green, and then we'll do a white wing. We do have some red. All right, let's do one. Let's do one for the Welsh. Why not? I like the Welsh people. I like Dewey. You're all right in my book. A+ student. Good attendance record. Let's go, I'm going to go with a white thread. Actually, no, I'm just going to tie in, I'm going to use my black thread, but I'm going to use a little bit of white for the ribbing. And for that, I'm just going to use, I've got some 210 white, and we won't do a loop. So we'll use a white thread for the ribbon because I want to end up with the black head up front. All right, let's get our red turkey tail. Red turkey tail, gobble till you wobble. Let's go with this longer section up front here. We'll give that a little trim. And we'll tie this in by the tips. We'll get one wrap behind that. Yeah, this should work. I like this color red too. It's a nice kind of scarlet red. A little bit shorter than the other, but I think we survived. Dewey, I tell you what, if you want, send me an email, alltiedupflytyingschool at gmail, and I do actually have some international stamps, and I'm pretty sure I could fit this little guy into an envelope and mail it to you with an all tied up sticker. So 210 denier thread, I'm just twisting this up just like we did before. Rope it up a little bit. Because that's what gives it its strength. That white thread just kind of disappears in that red, but we're going for function. Alright, that's just our little accent of green, or white. We'll get our green from the peacock herl. Got the cat scratching at the door again. Come on, Spot, leave me alone. Daddy's busy. Entertaining the world. One fly at a time. Here we go. We're cooking with something now. Alright, now we wanted to add a little white wing. And I just so happen to have one little feather I think will be a perfect candidate. Get rid of the fluff. And just like before, we're going to trim off a little bit of the middle. Let's get rid of that tip. About a wing's worth. Because ultimately when we tie in, we want our tie-in point to be right around there-ish. So when we get all this pushed together. Let's go back just a little bit more. Yeah, I like that. All right. Oh, the kitty is crying at the door. All right. Let's do this. Let's throw a little dab of head cement, some bone dry, and then that'll be A-OK. What do you say? So there we go. That's kind of the Welsh flag inspired whatever this is. Little white wing, little green peacock herl with the red body, the white ribbing. I like it. So I'm going to set this off to the side, Dewey, and I believe you know what? That's not my international postage stamps. These are just dollar stamps. Well, I'll find those somewhere. They can't be too far. But yeah, shoot me an email, alltiedupflytyingschool at gmail, and I'll mail this out to you, Dewey. All right. I'll put you on a quick standby. Hold on. All right, we're back. I guess we're just going to have to deal with the cat crying in the background. Um, yeah, I just can't figure out what's got her all hot and bothered, but anywho, so all right, what do we got going on? We got 5 of us tuned in. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button if you want. If you like what you see, hit the like button. Let's give it a little closer look. Just pretty basic. We're going for simple on these. Overdoing it is probably something pretty easily done, and I think it's just a case of let's keep it simple. Let's switch our feather out one more time, because I've got one last, two more colors. I've got this beautiful little kind of silver dun color. Let's give that a try. Alright, this will be our last one of the morning. Got a little early start this morning. Doesn't necessarily mean we have to finish early. So coming up in a few weeks, in July, we're going to be missing a week, the week of the 12th. Just to give everybody a heads up, there won't be a live stream on the 12th or the 14th. I will be gone fishing. Gone fishing. Out to Montana. With the family. We'll do our loop. And this just doubles our thread, doubles our holding ability. All the way back, all the way back. Oh, it just kills me hearing her cry outside that door. Can you guys hear the cat crying? Let me know in the comments if you can hear my baby girl Spot just crying. She hears me talking. She goes bananas when I leave. When I leave the house to do anything, she will just bawl for a while outside the door or inside the door when I'm outside. Whether I'm taking out the trash or doing something different. She's just a big baby. I forgot about this turkey tail. I'm glad I am playing with this again. Just pinch off a small little section. We'll flip it over and tie this in by the tips. Tips forward, top side down. That'll do us. Alright, let's do one wrap behind. Keep them all together. Nice close, slightly, ever so slightly overlapping wraps. I like that. Leave a little bit of room up front for our peacock and our hackle, our wing. Alright, let's give this the old rope-a-dope, tighten this up. Just spin it and let it kind of roll off the fingers. Alright, let's take a wrap all the way in the back, and then we'll work our ribbing forward. Boy, she is just frustrated out there. She's about to claw her way through the door. Crazy cat. Who else has cats? Let me know in the comments or in the chat. I'm a cat guy. I'm the cat guy. You know, I say to the people that have never, there's no use for cats, they don't do anything. Well, I think you're missing the point of the feline. If you've ever had a cat just sit on your chest and purr, that can be quite relaxing. Alright, peacock hurl, let's go. Here we go. Give it a little rope-a-dope collar. And using the feather for a wing, really don't get too much bulk built up if it was like squirrel tail or something different. Let's find a good, let's cut off that tip. You know, I'm not jiving this feather. I'm just not digging it. Pick a different one out. Sometimes you gotta anticipate the roll. I'm gonna give one wrap back here. Haven't been doing that, but we're gonna do that on this one. Boy, oh boy, I think we did a good deed today. really good deed, but did a good job. I'm satisfied with today's results. I think we did A-OK. Ouch. Get a little drop of bone dry for the head. I'll give it a quick zap. Set it and forget it. All right. That was fun. Let's put a cork in this one. Let's give it a look. Kind of a scruffy wing. I think that'll work just fine. We got our red one. Got our kind of orange. And we got our green. Green, orange. And if Dewey sends me an email, I'll be more than happy to mail him that red, white, and green with a sticker. All tied up fly tying school dual sticker. We'll park this one up there for the outro. Well, thank you all for joining me today. We do this each and every Monday. Most Mondays. We got a couple Mondays that things just didn't work out due to technology failing us. We also do the Wednesday night live streams, Wednesdays from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock for Project Healing Waters, mostly bass flies and such. But we'll see what we come up with this Wednesday. I never know. When this pandemic started and we started doing a stay-at-home thing, and I started live streaming twice a week, at a certain point, you just kind of run out of ideas. Not run out of inspiration, but a lot goes through the brain in order to do these live streams, especially week after week after week after week. Project Healing Waters, our Wednesday night live stream, in the last year and a half, we've missed one night due to loss of internet. But I think we've got most of the bugs, technology bugs, hashed out, figured out. But should be a great day, should be a great week. Hope everybody has a good time out there. Get out there, tie some flies, go fishing, be with nature, be kind to everybody. Just be nice. It's easy to judge, but it's easier to just be nice. Thank you all for joining me once again for my Monday morning coffee live stream. We do this because I like sharing. Yeah. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you for watching. Please stay healthy. Please stay safe. Happy tying. Yeah, sure, you betcha. Tight lines. Peace.